Hello, my name Brandon Miller. No, going to be covering what is a 13 Juliet in the Army, the MOS 13 Juliet. For those who don't know, what is a 13 Juliet? A 13 Juliet is a fire direction specialist, which means you're basically the mastermind behind artillery. Artillery. So you think you're gonna go to the field, boom, blow stuff up, send missiles in the air. I mean, that's part of the job, but that's not your part of the job. So people who enlist and thinking like you're just gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna pull a string, boom, people gonna die. No, it's not like that. So what it is so you go, you got a complete basic. I'm gonna start a video about basic and my experience at basic, cause everybody got different experiences. And Army not for everybody. And I mean, sometimes it's gonna be easy for people, sometimes it'll be hard for people. Luckily for me, it was very easy. I got through a breeze. But I'm dropping another video about that. So you finish basic training and you go to what's called AIT. So AIT is basically job training, just dummy doing job training. And when you get there, you're gonna get there on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, depending on where you're coming from, because it's different places for different jobs. So some people might be fortunate enough to stay at Fort Sill. It's like I'm not sure, like 4 or 5 places. Don't get me wrong, I'm not sure for sure. I know Fort Benning, Fort Leonard Fort Sill, and Fort Jackson. Yeah, that's 4. So I was lucky enough to go to Fort Sill in Oklahoma. And then my MOS job, which is artillery, was in Oklahoma already. So all I did was go from one side to the other. So basically, I crossed the street and I was there. But some people come from like Fort Jackson and stuff, and they got a travel airplane and whatnot. So lucky enough, I got there the same day, so because I was already there. So you're gonna get there. You're going to meet your platoon sergeant. It's going to be a sergeant. Might not be a platoon sergeant because he might not be there. So you're going to meet a sergeant. They're going to be yelling at you a little bit. It's not really bad. Like some people think you're going to get another I guess, yelling or whatnot. So we got there. They yelled at us for about a couple seconds. Made us do push-ups because we just graduated basic training. So we some of us had on our berets, which you'll learn what it is. I don't wear berets because I am Muslim, but you'll understand what that is. So there's some days yelling at people because they had on their berets and whatnot, and in our uniform, you're supposed to take that off. So some people got yelled at. We did a couple push-ups, about 15 push-ups. After basic, you're going to be able to do almost 100 push-ups, so that don't even matter. So get in there. They assign you rooms. So it's like anywhere from 2, 3, 4. It depends. Like right now, since the problem with Korea right now is 4 people to a room. Lucky you might have one or 2 people. I was lucky enough, like I kind of like if once you start to see how stuff is, you kind of can finesse the system. So I ain't had no roommates for a long time. Like my first week or 2, I was there. I had roommates, and then our roommates we kind of like split off and went into different rooms. And I stayed in my room, so I didn't have no roommates until like my 6th week there. And then my 6th week, they moved people because they was starting another battery or whatnot, and they was moving people because it was like overfilled. So then I got my room right back to myself. So it's kind of like once you figure out the system, you'll know like what's going on. So then every time on Monday, people class depending on what your MOS and your priority. So if you active duty, I'm not gonna lie to you. You not classing for a minute, depending on what your MOS is. Like 13 Romos, they never class. People been there AIT waiting to class sent for like 2 to 3 months. Like I knew somebody's in there for like 3.5 months and still ain't class. What class mean is like you get picked up so you could learn your job, so you could progress in your career. And some people don't pick up their class due to National Guard or due to other circumstances. And since you active duty, they paying you anyway. So I mean, you don't got no reason to complain. Besides, when you find out that you're going to be a paid janitor all the time, so all you doing is sweeping the hallway, doing stupid stuff. But you class, so I'm in the National Guard right now, but I'm in the process. I want to switch active, but I'll tell another video about that. So you get class based on priority. So when you class as a 13 Juliet, you're gonna go to this thing that's called comms, communication. Excuse me, my nose is communications, and you learn how to do like radio and communications, because without communication, can't nothing happen. The best thing is communication. Can't nothing in the world happens without communication. You can't do anything because anything can happen bad, and you gotta have communication to know what's going on. So you're gonna go to this class called comms with this guy. So I had a guy. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot his name, but he was cool. He was cool, laid back, chill, crack jokes all the time. Made it interesting because some of these classes are gonna be very boring. So you're gonna go, and then it's gonna be 1 week, and you let's learn about it. So you gotta learn how to like to operate the radio. It's not hard. Like a monkey could operate. I could do this. It's so many buttons you could press. So you're gonna figure it out. And then you pass that. So then you go upstairs, which is in Burleson Hall. You'll learn Burleson Hall is. Burleson Hall. I don't know the rest of them because it's different schools, so I really don't care. But you're gonna go to Burleson Hall if you're 13 Juliet. So you're gonna be in a classroom anywhere from 15 to 30 people. Cause my class we had 30 people due to instructors. I think it's like it's like 4 instructors per class. It's like a certain amount of instructors. So all you do is get on computer, click, 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 learn and stuff. So it's a 104 and a 105 test you're gonna have. It's only 2 tests. At first it's hard. Like you're gonna like, what the hell is this? Like what am I doing? I don't know. What am I doing? And like that was me. I'm good at picking up stuff, but that class like I hate it for me. And I was like, man, I want to switch my answer. I want to be a Bravo. But after a while, you gonna learn. Like it's pretty easy. So the biggest thing you could do is take notes. Take notes like from step to step. If you take notes step to step, you could pass the class easily. Me, I had broke my foot unfortunately at AIT, so I was kind of dealing with my foot issue. So I missed class time. That's not an excuse. So I'm not gonna make no excuses. Anybody, do not like do extra stuff. Just get through everything because I was doing extra stuff and then that caused me to break my leg or whatnot. But that's here and there. But take notes, listen to your instructors, and stay awake. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like in the class, you just be like. Oh, then you look, and then you'll miss something important. So then you gotta look next to your neighbor and ask him like, "Can I see your notes to write down what's going on?" But then there's something else going on, so then you could get pushed back a little bit, like I did. So the first test is pretty easy. All you do is make communication lines, build units, and stuff like that, because it's basically a virtual battlefield, and you got to know where everybody at on the battlefield, where the enemy's at, where's our troops at. Like it's a lot of stuff going on you because you're basically a battle management. You got to know what's going on everywhere and what type of ammo to use, what type of target you're hitting, what type of all type of stuff. It's just all type of factors, the weather conditions, the geographical, whatever that word is, you know what I'm saying. It could be a lot that impact it. So you gotta be on top of everything that you do on the computer. So then you can do the 105. The 105 is like doing fire missions. Fire missions you'll learn. Fire missions is when the infantry or someone needs support by artillery. So we get the fire mission, we process all the data and whatnot, and make sure it's safe to fire. What I mean by safe to fire, so you're gonna have your flock for line of troops, which is your side, and there's gonna be the enemy. So you got to make sure it's like within a safe distance to fire the round, because guess what? If you fire that round and some of your troops die, guess who's going to jail? You. So you got to make sure that everything is right, because that's like real big thing. You got to make sure everything is right, and you got to make sure that you're on top of your stuff, and just stay on top of your stuff and just listen, and double check all your work. That's one thing I can say. Double check everything. And what you then when you get to this thing, it's gonna be called sticks. It's gonna be like basically like our simulation of going to the field. We don't. And AIT, we don't go to the field. The 13 Foxes, the 13 Bravos, the 13 Mikes, they get to go to the field, because the 13 Mikes, the launchers, basically, they just press a button and then the missile fire, boom. But the 13 Bravos, the cannons, that shoot the artillery, that pull the straight like, boom, and then shoot the artillery and whatnot. They go to the field. And 13 Foxes, which is 4 observers. The ones, so it's basically like a big old line. So the 13 Foxes run with the 13. With the 11 Bravos, which is infantry. So they're 4 observers. So they're running with the infantry, and they telling us what's going on down range, like the enemies and what's going on down there, and do they need support or whatnot. So then they call a fire mission or whatnot. They see a lot of enemies or whatever they see, and then they call us and tell us what they need. Like, oh, a fire mission. We need 3 rounds sent to blah 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 location. This type of fuels and this type of ammo, and it's our job to pick whatever we think necessary, because they could call us and tell us, oh, we need HEVT round, but we could send a DPICM guided round, depending, because sometimes the Army don't have everything. We don't have everything. We got to use what we got, what you going to learn. So we get certain rounds and we shoot different type of rounds. So you send your information. So we analyze all the information that's sent between the 13 Foxes to us, and then we make the decision, put everything in, make sure everything is right. Then we send it to the guns, and then the guns and the other rockets, they fire. So basically we just sit back on the computer, do nothing, basically. So I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory. It's easy. It's not hard. And when you get to your unit, I'm in the National Guard. I'm not sure about active, so you gotta ask somebody active about it. But my unit, we use 777s. You gonna learn what it is. It's like M109s, the 777s, the 116s, all type. It's different type of guns you use. And it's HIMARS and MLARS and whatnot. It depends on what unit you. Luckily I'm in a 777 unit, so it's smart guns. So basically the guns can fire without the FDC. So guess what that means? I don't have to do anything besides what our platoon sergeant selects to do, which always makes something up for us to do. It's not gonna be a dull moment in the military where you just sitting and not doing nothing. So get used to doing something and whatnot. And another thing I can tell you is, do not get on your instructor's nerves. I got on my instructor's nerves. I used to ask questions, and I used to mess with them and whatnot. Cause at the end of the day, sergeants, they might seem scary, but they humans at the end of the day. So sometimes they gonna crack jokes with you and stuff, but just don't be extra. Sometimes I ain't allowed to be extra messing with them and whatnot. And they'll help you a lot. They don't want to see you fail. So don't ever think that your sergeant, oh, my sergeant gonna make me fail. I'm not gonna be able to do this, because they want to push you on so they can get the next class on. Just keep the chain going. But a 13 Juliet basically is I guess, a computer analyst. You just analyzing data, putting it in, and it tells you where to put in everything, and that's about it. That's the only thing I could really say about a 13 Juliet. If you ever seen a video of a 13 Delta, it's basically a 13 Delta and a 13 Papa, and they put it together because they basically did the same thing, which is us. But, all right, thank you. My name is Brandon Miller. Subscribe my videos. I'm going to talk about some more videos coming up later, But thanks.